Here's an interesting question, guys. Is it ethical or right or defensible to, let's say, take the life of a beef animal? Or by extension, to do anything to an animal that you would not wish to have done to you? So this is a question that came from Luke, and I think it's an excellent question. And Luke says that it's one of the main tenets of so many religions, like do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And you find the same in Buddhism and all over the place. Of course, those religions were written for humans, not for non-human animals. Okay, so let's kind of pick it apart. If you say to me, I'm going to lock you in a crate. Now, I have to say, I'm not a fan of the way that slaughter is done. Okay, but that doesn't make, you can't say that the way that we do something now with our industrialized processes that are designed to maximize profit and pay very little mind to welfare or ethics makes the thing bad per se. It doesn't, right? So we can't mix up the result with the way it's done. Okay, so I'm not a fan of putting animals in crates and shipping them for 30 miles or 50 miles in hot weather without water, and so that they get distressed, and putting them in these industrial slaughterhouses. It's completely unfamiliar. I think it would be ideal if we could slaughter animals on the farm, personally, but that's for another time. So if you were to do that to me and lock me in a crate on the back of a truck and drive me all that way, and then I get driven up to this thing and there is the smell of death and stuff like that, would it be distressing? Absolutely it would be distressing, but we should not conflate the human experience that I would have with the experience that even a pig would have. Now, we know pigs are intelligent animals. We know that animals experience fear and pain and things like that. However, what we don't know is whether a pig or a cow or a sheep that has that experience can send its mind into the future and anticipate what's going to happen to it, right? They wander through, they get a bolt gun to the head, and that's it, the lights go out, okay? Do they experience terror because they believe that they are going to be killed? Well, I don't know. How can we know? What we know about humans is that we have extremely advanced cortexes, right? We've got extremely smart and powerful brains. Some more than others, some less than others, but that's the beauty of life, and what that does, one of the things that allows us to do, is to project into the future and anticipate what's going to happen. It allows us to do silly things like stress about things, Now, we know animals can suffer stress. I'm not saying they don't. You see, like, a beautiful animal like a tiger in a zoo that is being kept in a small enclosure with nothing to do and being deprived from what it would normally do, which is to go out and find its own food. That's what they spend most of their time doing. Then they go nuts. They pace backwards and forwards, or they just walk round and round and round the same path. It's horrible. Okay, that's one kind of mental abuse that animals suffer. 100%. No one's denying that. But what we don't know is if an animal that is shipped off to a slaughterhouse can really have a concept of its impending fate. We don't know that. If we did know that, then at the very least, it should prompt us to find a better way of doing it. I don't think that it is an argument against the killing of animals, for food in and of itself. But Like I say, right now, we just don't know.